Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, Comments and Answers TJ. I hope all of you are doing well. This week, we will prepare for the comments in the section, Let's Look for Hidden Gems. We are in the week of November 25th to December 1st, during which we will analyze Psalms 109 to 112. Let's begin. The first question is: explain the covenant mentioned in this verse. Before answering the question, let's read the Bible text. Psalm 110:4 says, Jehovah has sworn and will not change his mind, you are a priest forever in the manner of Melchizedek. Alright, so the answer to the question is: the covenant mentioned in Psalm 110:4 is a special agreement Jehovah made exclusively with Jesus. This covenant ensures that he would be a priest, in the manner of Melchizedek. Melchizedek was a unique figure in the Bible because he was both a king and a priest. Here, this idea is applied to Jesus. However, Jesus would not hold these roles on earth but in heaven after his ascension following his death and resurrection. Additional comments. What is fascinating about this covenant is that it has no end. Jesus will continue as king and high priest forever, helping all of humanity under Jehovah's direction. Additionally, this covenant is connected to God's kingdom, as Jesus not only reigns as king but also helps us draw closer to Jehovah as our high priest. This covenant teaches me that we can trust that Jehovah has given Jesus everything necessary to rule with justice and to help us spiritually. Knowing that his role is not temporary but eternal gives us hope and security for the future. Moving on to the next question. What spiritual gems have you found about Jehovah, the ministry, or other topics in this week's Bible reading? Psalm 109:3-5 says, They surround me with words full of hate and attack me for no reason. In return for my love, they oppose me, but I continue to pray. They repay me evil for good and hatred for my love. Alright, the comment is: this passage reminds me that people will not always respond with gratitude when we do good for them. While this can be hurtful, we must remain calm and continue doing good, knowing that Jehovah sees our good intentions. It's a powerful reminder not to let others' wickedness make us act the same way. Instead, we can trust that Jehovah will bring justice in his own time. Moving on to the next comment. Psalm 109:21-22 says, But you, Jehovah, the sovereign Lord, act in my behalf for the sake of your name. Rescue me because your loyal love is good. For I am helpless and poor, and my heart is wounded within me. Alright, the comment is: I love how David opens his heart to Jehovah here. It's an example that we can speak to Jehovah without fear, just as we are, even when we feel hurt or weak. Jehovah understands our emotions and wants to help us, no matter how bad we may feel. This teaches me to trust him more and to seek him during the hardest moments. Moving on to the next comment. Psalm 110:1-2 says, Jehovah declared to my Lord, Sit at my right hand until I place your enemies as a stool for your feet. Jehovah will extend the scepter of your power out of Zion, saying, Go subduing in the midst of your enemies. Alright, the comment is: this verse is prophetic about Jesus as king. It encourages me to think that Jehovah has given Jesus all authority and that soon all of Jehovah's enemies will be eliminated. This strengthens my confidence in God's kingdom and the certainty that all wrongs will be corrected in due time. Moving on to the next comment. Psalm 110. 3 says, Your people will offer themselves willingly on the day you lead your forces. In splendid holiness, from the dawn, you have your company of young men just like dew. Alright, the comment is: this verse makes me reflect on the importance of serving Jehovah wholeheartedly and with enthusiasm, especially in these last days. I want to be like those who willingly support the kingdom, demonstrating loyalty through actions, not just words. Moving on to the next comment. Psalm 111. 2-4 says, The works of Jehovah are great, those who find pleasure in them study them. His activity is glorious and splendid, and his righteousness endures forever. He causes his wonderful acts to be remembered. Jehovah is compassionate and merciful. Alright, the comment is: this text motivates me to study more about Jehovah's works, whether in nature or in the Bible. Reflecting on what he has done helps me feel closer to him and appreciate his love. It also encourages me to imitate his compassion and mercy in how I treat others. Moving on to the next comment. Psalm 112. 4 says, For the upright, he shines like a light in the darkness. He is compassionate, merciful, and righteous. Alright, the comment is: this text reminds me that even though the world is full of darkness, those who follow Jehovah's ways are like a light to others. It inspires me to be someone who reflects compassion and righteousness so that others can see something different in the way I live. Moving on to the next comment. Psalm 112. 7-8 says, He will not fear bad news. His heart is steadfast, trusting in Jehovah. His heart is unshakable, he will not be afraid. In the end, he will look in triumph on his adversaries. Alright, the comment is: how comforting this text is. It teaches me that even when we face problems or receive bad news, we can remain calm if we trust in Jehovah. That trust gives us a peace the world cannot offer. This encourages me to strengthen my faith so I won't be overwhelmed by fear. Well, that was the analysis of the comments and answers for this week's Hidden Gems. I hope it's very helpful for you, my dear brothers and sisters. I send you a big hug, and may Jehovah always bless and protect you.